What's up, y'all? It's Lacraig. We are back for part 2. You saw part 1 of why we signed these artists to Reach Records. This is part 2, where we get into the next 4 artists. Holster, Hovey. Hovey is Hovey's, man, he's great, man. Hovey's actually the newest signee to Reach Records. The kid is just an amazing talent. Like, you wouldn't even know that talent exists the way that it does, coming from the sticks of Georgia. Literally comes from the sticks. And this is what I love about Hovey. Moves to Atlanta, takes on a job working at a grocery store, cleaning bathrooms so that he can, you know, have a little extra money in his pocket. Is not signed at the time. He just moved out here so he can be closer to our head of A&R here, just to get some insight, wisdom, grow. The kid has an immense heart for the Lord, just really wants to see change happen, wants to see people's lives impacted. And so his character is like, A1. But on top of that amazing character, he's just so talented. Like, he's super versatile and he's still growing. It's like almost like watching, you know, a Zion Williams in the NBA or like a Ja Morant. Like, you're like, what is he gonna do next? Like, I'm just excited. Hovey excites me because he reminds me of that era when, you know, myself and Tadashi, we were just hungry artists and just ready to try new things. And that's what Hovey represents. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Trippie Lee, Willie Lee Burfield. What is going on? I feel like I should do the whole interview in this voice right here, because that is just the voice that I think goes with Willie Lee Burfield, AKA Trippie Lee. We call him Trippie Lee because he is the 3rd Lee in the family. Met him when he was 17 years old, maybe 16. And he asked me to come to an album release party that he was having at 16 years old. It felt like a birthday party to me because it was a whole bunch of teenagers in there, but it was an album release party. There's a whole bunch of like kids from his youth group at the time. I remember listening to his album, and aside from all the demons he killed in the lyrics, I heard a lot of amazing talent. Like, it was really good talent. And aside from the deep Texas accent that did not allow me to understand what he was enunciating, the kid was just super talented. What I love about Tripp is he's just a learner. I want to learn about politics, I want to learn about theology, I want to learn about, you know, I mean, he's just a learner, you know what I mean? And it got to a point where, you know, I was mentoring him, and then it's like he turned his corner where it was like, bro, I don't know what I can teach you. And then he just is a hip hop aficionado. He knows the art form, he knows the culture, he knows how to lean into his strengths and his gifts. He's good at so many things. And he's a handsome, well-dressed man. He just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, you got the whole package, man. You know what I'm saying? Little known fact, I have never seen Trippie Lee and Bow Wow in the same place, though. So I think they might be the same person. That's just my thought. Just throwing it out there. What's up, y'all? This is me, Lacraig. Y'all want to go behind the scenes with me? Y'all want to hear the real conversations, the pain, the hurt, the struggle, all the truth being told and the tea being spilled? Then y'all need to hit that link below. Check out my Patreon page. It's going down. Wande. Oh, man. Wande is multifaceted. So Wande has a million different talents. Wande was actually an intern at Reach Records. And I'll never forget, we were sitting in a meeting, and, you know, interns are usually quiet, they don't say anything. But then she spoke up and gave some ideas, and they were great ideas. And I was like, oh, shoot, who is this kid? And I just remember her being like really keen and profound as far as the industry was concerned. I think she'll make a good executive, like, in the years to come. There's some artists who are like purely artists, and there's like artist executives. I would call myself an artist executive. I think Wande fits that category as well. The reason why I think she was so attractive to us as an artist is because she could really rap, you know, and there's a lot of artists out there who, you know, they can make a good song here and there, but can they really rap? And I think Wande had the skill set, but she could also make great songs. And I was listening to her songs, and I remember she was working, after an internship, she got hired here. And I remember listening to her songs, and I was like, now why haven't we signed her? And, you know, I remember Ace, our head of A&R, was kind of like, man, I don't know. If his hesitation was just kind of like that pressure, putting pressure on her. She was working there, and what would that look like? But she held it down, took on that role of being an artist, was still working at the label. Eventually, she left the label because I guess, she just blew up on TikTok and everything else. So she's doing her thing now. But Wande is a beast. She's gonna be great in years to come. What Up RG? The names 1K Few and What Up RG, I don't know what's going on in these kids' brains. Like, what's wrong with just RG? What's wrong with just, Glenn? Or what's wrong with Raul? I don't know. RG is, an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some artists who like take their art so seriously and they're like, the palette, I don't know if the feng shui was right and a little more cowbell, I need a little bit of this, the vibe is not right. What's my motivation? Like, RG's like a full-on artist. He takes his craft very seriously, his mood, his environment, all those particular things, but he's so talented. And I think one of the things that really was attractive about RG was that he wanted community. He wanted to be a part of something and not just make albums. And so that was attractive. And I love that about all the artists. I feel most connected to them when they're trying to be connected as a group and as a community. But RG was just really talented, and I felt like he's a pioneer. I think he's a leader in a lot of ways, in ways he probably doesn't even realize. But his voice is special, it's unique, and he's just gifted at what he does. Yo, so that's it. That's why we sign those amazing artists to Reach Records. We got something for everybody. Whatever kind of style, music you like, we got somebody that suits your fancy. So make sure you check them all out. What's going on, y'all? Thank you for checking out my channel. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and ring the bell for the notifications. Also, check me out on social media. Name is spelled LECRAE. God bless y'all.